Alright, yeah, we are here with some Fallout 4. We are going to be trying out some quality of life mods. I downloaded about a handful of these. The first one we're going to be trying out is Journey Survival Settlement Fast Travel. What this is going to do is it's going to allow fast travel between your caravans. So if you have like provisioners going between settlements, you can actually bump into these provisioners while they're traveling, and then you can pay them to fast travel to a settlement that they're provisioning between. So this is really nice, especially if you start having a whole bunch of provisioners and you're playing on survival. This could be really useful. So I literally made a save right in front of a provisioner, and then I went ahead and downloaded this mod. So we are going to try this out. Alright, so here we are in game. When you're in game, you can actually go to your miscellaneous tab, and you should actually have it right here. Journey. This is where you can make adjustments to all this, the settings and stuff like that. And yeah. So I was testing around with this a little bit, and actually, like, you get like notifications in the top left where it'll tell you if you're in range for fast travel or if you're not in range for fast travel. So let me see if I can get it to spawn in. Alright, it's not telling me, but there are like notifications that can pop up in the top left. So anyway, I'm standing in Sanctuary, and I have supply lines going to 84NE, and I have it going to Red Rocket Truck Stop. So 84NE is a modded settlement. I'm not exactly sure if it works with this, but we can try. Oh, actually it does work, and it'll show you your arrival time. So your arrival time will be 6:08 p.m. and I can also fast travel to Red Rocket Truck Stop because I have a supply line there, and it'll tell you your arrival time, 9:09 a.m. So let's just do Red Rocket really quickly because it's closer. Okay, so bam, we're at Red Rocket. And let me show you really quickly. Settings, we're on survival, so it does allow you to fast travel. Alright, so there is a way to transport your items back to the settlement. So let me see if it actually tells you how to do that in the settings, because I didn't see anything about that on the mods page. But as you can see, transport item multiplier, which is what I think that is. Transport base cost. So caravan options. Travel cost. Transport base cost. Adjust the flat rate charged for transporting items. Transport item multiplier. Adjust the multiplier of item value used to calculate transportation cost. Percent of the total item value. Alright, so this is for like balance things if you want to make it more difficult, stuff like that. However, not exactly sure if it shows you how to, send it back to your settlement, the items. Okay, so I figured it out. I guess it's like a mod conflict. So I was going up to the guy and I kept talking to him.
At least
And I kept asking, I was wondering like if he could, take me somewhere.
Too many miles on the road.
Shut the
At least
up.
the pay is terrible.
I was trying to get him to enable the travel mode, right? But he just kept,
Like you are rare
it just kept trying to do the trade option.
Came our way.
So I think it's because I have like quick trade, the quick trade mod. But what you do is you actually go up to him and you crouch, and then now you have the option that says caravan. I wonder if there's a mod that makes NPCs like have a cooldown, or like when they say something. Like you say something, you can't say anything else for like 20 seconds. My goodness. So now you could travel home, convey destination. So convey home. I think this is like to, convey. This is like the items.
Soon, everyone's.
So like the items. Like let's say I want you to take, these 4 rounds home. Here. So like, his home is Sanctuary, and his destination is Red Rocket. So I can't remember which one I picked. It will cost the caravan 50 caps to care for the delivery items. Do you accept? And then you just hit yes.
Stick to the roads, and you got a better chance of surviving.
And I guess it'll deliver the items. So now I'm gonna try the caravan option to travel home. If I choose home, it'll go to Sanctuary. If I choose destination, it should go to Red Rocket. So I'm gonna choose destination. And yes, it places me in the Red Rocket. So that is the option that I wanted. Alright, so that's really nice. On your end, you may not have to crouch. It's just because I have quick trade, and there's so many like mods that use that reload button instead of like something else. I don't know. It might be due to limitations. Shut up, dog. Alright, so let me try it on one more. I have a provisioner right here. This provisioner, their home is the 84NE, and their destination is Sanctuary. So I'm going to try it on them.
At least it's honest work.
Yes?
And we're going to travel home. Oh, it actually tells me right there on the screen. The home is the 84NE catch, and the destination is Sanctuary Hills. Alright, so that's really nice. I'm actually loving this mod. It's working with the other provisioner mods that I have, which is Provisioner Caravan Guards and Provisioner Open Carry, which allows provisioners to walk around while having their weapons run. So yeah, this mod is awesome. I'm definitely gonna keep it. Alright, so I also want to say that I ESL flagged ESP. I put the ESL flag on this ESP, and also the BA2s. There was like kilobytes, so I just extracted it, you know, to save up space and not add to my BA2 limit. So let me also show you really quickly, because I did get the notification. Pay attention to the top left of my screen. Once I get far enough from the settlement, as you can see, it says you can no longer travel with your caravans. Alright, so I cannot use the fast travel option, which honestly I'm not even going to use. I'm not even going to use the fast travel option. I just want the option to go up to the settlers, like my provisioners, and ask them to take me to their destination. And now you can see it says you can now travel with your local caravans. Alright, so this mod is freaking awesome. I love it. It's really old, but it works really good. It's one of those things where if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So it does work, and you can use it to travel between normal and modded settlements. Alright, next mod is craftable fertilizer. A really old mod. This thing came out like what, a couple months after the Fallout 4 did. But it seems really useful. It's really simple, so it shouldn't really have any issues, as it basically just adds a brand new item to the game that you can craft called compost. So pretty much you could create composite heaps from like fruits and vegetables and stuff like that, and then combine it with cloth to make a bag of fertilizer. So I think this is very useful, because in the game, to get fertilizer outside of like buying shipments and finding it, you have to like have Brahmin in your settlement. And then I've tried having like hordes of Brahmin in my settlement, and then like I've only gotten like 16 fertilizer at a time, like, and it just takes way too long, you know. So I think this is like much better. It might be a little bit too OP, since you could just make composite heaps using vegetables and stuff, and you could get a whole bunch of that. But I'd rather take that than the, you know, underpoweredness of the freaking Brahmin. Having all those Brahmin running around taking dumps all over your lawn and whatnot, and you're not getting enough fertilizer. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and download this. Alright, here we are in game. I'm going to come over to the chem bench, and you scroll down until we see vegetable composite. Now in here, you can make composite using the majority of the flora and like the fruits and the flower that you find in this game. So like melons, gourd, mutated fern, razor grain, carrots, fresh mute fruit. They even have like the fresh and wild stuff, so that's really nice. Ash blossom, wild tar berries, as you can see, all of that. So I'm just gonna, make some of these. And if you have like the bigger stuff, like melons and gourds, the stuff that weigh more, they actually make big composite heaps. So we can make some of these big composite heaps. Make some of the small ones as well. And then after you make your composites, you want to scroll up. And it should be a tab right here. It says fertilizer. So right here, you can make a bag of fertilizer using the composites that we have and cloth. So right there, bag of fertilizer. And bam, there you go. That's freaking awesome. Quality of life. It's really good. I know, like, I like to make minigun ammo using the ammo factory, and all it takes is steel and fertilizer. So that's why I use those. Bag of fertilizer, bam, and well, I don't have any steel, but when I get some steel, I can make some ammo. So yeah, this one is really good. It would have been nice if it was in, like, the utility section, but it's alright. It's in its own separate category. It makes it easy to find, and it is going to be something that you use a lot, so it's not really bad. This, like I said, this mod was really old. It came out like shortly after the game came out, and it seems to be working well as of today. So yeah, definitely recommend. Next mod up is junk to components. This one is going to be really useful because in Fallout, scrap weighs less than junk. So with this mod, you'll be able to go up to workbenches, and you'll have a new option, as you can see in the screenshot. It'll say scrap to junk. So you could basically take your junk and then, turn it into scrap and give you some lighter carry weight. It's very convenient, and makes these workbenches a little bit more useful, because like when you see them in the world, like you can't really make too much use out of them because you don't really have too much items with you to upgrade them and stuff like that. So now we could get a little bit more use out of them. So you'll be able to scrap it, and it also has an MCM as well. And the good thing about this is that if you have junk that weighs 0, it actually will not scrap that. So like if you have like pre-war money, it actually will not scrap that. So you don't have to worry about that. And it's actually kind of funny because when you scrap pre-war money, it turns into cloth, and cloth actually weighs more than pre-war money because cloth is like 0.1. It has like a weight of 0.1, and pre-war money has 0 weight. So it's actually kind of funny. Anyway, we're going to download this one and try it out. Okay, so I tried looking in the MCM. We don't have it. We're on the old gen version, so I think the old gen version doesn't have an MCM. Actually, if you look at in the game files, it doesn't contain an MCM. You could probably try taking the MCM from the next gen version, putting it in here. I don't know, maybe we'll do that sometime later. But as you can see, we go up to the workbench. We actually have the option now. It says craft, transfer, and then we have the new option that says scrap junk. So we can go up to this, and bam, it says junk is scrapped. And I don't even know if I even checked to see what I got. So now we got scrap in here. Oh, it's just this composite heap. Let me actually get some junk that's in here. Let's see. We got a Braxo cleaner, adjustable wrench, alarm clock, a Soltron circuit board. Just some of these. All right, bam. Scrap to junk. Junk is scrapped. And then we could go down to components. Now you can see all of that stuff turned into steel circuitry from the Soltron, the motherboards, and all that stuff. Nice. Alright, so that's freaking awesome. Alright. ESL flagged ESP. There's a next gen version and an old gen version. So I'll put the link for this one in the description below. No complaints. Works like it should.